Mac Games and Comics. Check them out on Facebook and visit their site at merrymacgames.com. What's up YouTube, Evan from Epic Dual Time here. I wanted to take a little time to do a video for you guys about something that's not exactly talked about a lot, but you see it all the time. And it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Accessories. Some of them you will have seen at locals or regionals or YCSs and any sort of, event, and other ones maybe you haven't. So it'll be, kind of a good introduction, and I'll be able to explain what these items are, where you can get them if possible, and a little more about their uses and kind of what I personally use. So let's get down to it.
Alright, so let's talk about our accessories. The first accessory I want to talk about is sleeves. And I feel like card sleeves have become an absolute staple in Yu-Gi-Oh!, if not a necessity. You basically can't really play without them, especially now with stricter sleeve guidelines in terms of making sure the extra side and main all match in terms of sleeve. You have to really buy extra. What I do is I buy them, as you see I have a full box here of Ultra Pro mats. And I like white sleeves. They come in all different colors, and the mats come in all the colors now too, if you like that style. But I buy them by the box. Generally, I buy them in lots of like 15 to 25, depending. I like getting a lot at a time because it makes it cheaper. If you go to a local, your average sleeve price is going to be about between $4 to $5. And if you're in a state with tax, it's going to be a little more, sometimes a little less, depending on the local or place you go to. I paid, if I had to mark these out individually, basically like $2 and probably like 15 cents or something. Yeah, 2 and some change on these. It really was not a substantial price for them. You just gotta buy a lot of them. And to me, that's not a big deal because I'm gonna go through sleeves anyway. I'll go through this many in about maybe a few months, not too long. I go through sleeves a lot more than I wish I did. But I know that ahead of time, so I don't buy them 1 or 2 packs at a time. I buy them 10 to 15 packs at a time. So I really like doing it this way. It's a little more efficient for me. There's tons of sleeves you can pick from. Player's Choice, Deck Protect, Ultra Pro. I like Ultra Pro simply because they take a beating a little bit better than Player's Choice do. Even though they split, they don't bend at the tips as easily. They have a little more structure to the backs, which I like. And they're cheaper. PCs always go for like $5, $6, $7. Ultra Pros hardly ever break 4 or 5, so I find it easier to buy these in mass quantity than PCs as it is. So I don't know. It's just preference. Next up is the deck box. So as you see here, I have just a regular double deck box. This is made by the Monster Company. They've been doing a ton of new kinds of accessories lately, breaking out of their regular trend of making just binders. They've gone into playmat tubes. They've gone into deck boxes. They've even had their own line of dice. So they really kind of branched out a bit. I really like their deck box. I think it's like a $10 deck box. It's pretty tough. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has one just like it. As you see, I've been putting, the Epic Dual Time deck box decals on them. But they have a couple ones. They have a new one too. It's a red. It's a red one instead of blue, but I like it. As you see, I've got my deck box dividers in here. I've got an old 5Ds one in the back. So I just put some dividers in here. I don't keep my tokens or anything in here. I keep that somewhere else, and I'll show you. But yeah, I mean, or you can do what I did and buy a genuine leather deck box. I don't ever use this thing. I thought it was a really cool idea at first, and then I realized how impractical this thing is. It's really cool though. Holds lots of cards, but it's just highly impractical. Putting this in a backpack's terrible. So I never really use it. I just use it, to hold cards around the house, but I've switched to this. I really like it. Again, they have single deck boxes, double deck boxes now, all sorts of different deck boxes. The Monster Tray Binder. I really like Monster products. I do think they're a little tougher, a little better quality in terms of materials they're used to create their products. There's tons of different binders you can find. I like side loading simply because I think it looks nicer, but some people don't, and that's up to them. I like the side loading pages. I also like the style, the way that the pages are sewn in. You can get all different binders. You can get just those regular kind of binders you find at trading, like sports card binders, down to finding there's Ultra Pro ones now. There's Monster has a new line. They're the matte cover binders. They don't have this like shiny material on them. They're a little more bendy. They have a little more give to them. I like them better than these. I do. It's gonna be my next buy is gonna be getting a different one. Like they have like different colors like teal and stuff. They're really nice. My only complaint about the glossier ones, the metallic-y ones, is that they crack really easily if you bend the covers too hard. That's about it, but the other ones crack a little too, but not nearly as bad as this one does. But I've just had a few of these hanging around, so I've been using them until, you know, they all break, so I like them though. They hold cards, pretty organized. I like it. Next up, I want to talk about playmats, because playmats are another piece of this card game that are becoming more and more essential rather than luxury. So I really like using a playmat, and a lot of players do, and this is pretty standard stuff. I like having a unique playmat. I like to be a little more expressive about the playmat choice I make. I don't like using the regionals, the YCS ones. I like going a little different. So I have right here a YCS Sheffield participation mat. I live in the US, so I didn't at any point go to this event, but I bought it, and I think it's really awesome. I think that the design on the right-hand side is amazing. I love Breaker. Great mat. I really like it. I have Nixie Symphony one. Again, I like just kind of different mats. I really love this starter. This starter deck was cool. I thought it was really good to teach players, and I love these cards, like my Stroke and Tempo. And then I have even they have playmats from other card games you can use. I have a Game of Thrones card game mat. This is based off of the books and not the show. But you can see there's Lannister soldiers, and I don't know, I like these different kinds of playmats. I've had a Spellground mat off and on at different times. I've sold it. I bought them. They're very cool. I love cloth mats. I just never find one that I really like at any given point. I want to get an original Spellground. Maybe someday I will. But I recommend those two if you're into cloth mats. Every time I end up with a Spellground, I end up seeing, you know, like a rubber mat that I really like because of the design, and I find that, you know, I'm more interested in that. On the topic of playmats, protecting your playmats is also important. Making sure that they don't take damage while they're, you know, we're in between games. We have playmat tubes. I really think these are handy, especially if you have a more expensive playmat. You see I have a YCS Providence Winamat in here. Again, I like mats. I like protecting my mats. I have probably 5 or 6 of these that kick around. They're beat up. I have so many of these tubes. They're bent and beat. And honestly, all that punishment is on these tubes and not on the playmats themselves. So that's all that matters. They're tough. I believe these were made by Dragon Armor, I want to say. I'm not confident on that. I'll give you guys a link in the description below of the company that makes them. Ultra Pro and Monster have one. I'm not fond of them. I'm not really big on either of the Ultra Pro or Monster Binder ones, or just Monster ones. I wasn't really thrilled with them. I've seen them. I found that they split and they broke a little too easily. I've never broken one of these. Almost threw it on the floor, but I've never broken one. So I guess that speaks for that. Next is the calculator case, and I guess there's a lot of talk about calculator cases. There are people who kind of hate on them. There are people who obsess over them. I have a different one. I know a lot of people have the one that used to be done by Target. I have this one. I don't know where it came from. I found it on eBay one day and I bought it. It wasn't particularly expensive. You can find some calculator cases as long as you're, you know, you're good at eBaying or you know how to shop. So I put a couple keychains on it. I have a little companion cube plushie from Portal. I've got Perry the Platypus, and I've got a Iron Man. So let's go inside and check out what I use it for besides calculating. Alright, so we can see in here I've got a bunch of different stuff. I have my graphing calculator. I've had this since high school. That's what I have the calculator for. It was when I was in high school years ago that I bought this. So I've had it ever since. I've never lost it, so I just use it for Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I have just some dice. I always use dice. I've got a D20, my D6. I've got a little mini Pot of Greed for good luck. I like him. And then I've got just a pen. You can always use pens. Always carry 1 or 2 pens on you for signing match slips or whatever. You're going to be looking for pens all day anyway, so Might as well. I've got my tokens. I like having tokens in my calculator case because they're not actually cards, so they don't belong in my deck box. And you can sleeve tokens however you want because they're not really cards. So I sleeve mine in large Game of Thrones sleeves. And then I've got a notepad here. This is Core TCG had these done up. You can get them if you just ask them for them when you're buying an order from them. They're pretty cool. Again, I just keep some just basic stuff in here. Sometimes I put like, you know, Epic Duel Time decals in here, or maybe some other things, paper. If I get an Astral Pack and I have nowhere to put it, I just jam it somewhere in here, but that's about it. Alright, and going down the list, you need something to carry all your stuff in. So, get a backpack or something, and the smaller the better. I'm gonna say that. The smaller the better. You want to be able to physically have it on you at all times. You want to know where your bag is. And I love this bag. This is for any of you Bioshock fans, you know that in Bioshock Infinite, the place is Columbia. This is on Irrational Games' site. They have this this messenger bag. I really love it. It's really handy. It's pretty rugged. It's a canvas bag. And it actually holds a decent amount of stuff. I can get my deck box in this pocket. The calculator case can go like this, and my keychains can fit in the next pocket with like that. From here I can put my trade binder in there. I'm not even kidding, all this stuff really fits like this. It has these cool little side pockets that I can put a playmat in. So when I go and close it, my playmat hangs up like this, and that way I can keep my eye on it. I'll know that it's there. This isn't that easy to open if you're next to somebody. You can keep it. It's a shoulder bag, so you can kind of, you know, angle it to your side. Other things you should probably keep on you: hand sanitizer. I'm sorry, guys. These events are disgusting, and you guys know it. So keep a bottle of hand sanitizer. I like keeping gum. I keep like this is a pad of Epic Duel Time stickers. So I keep, you know, there's plenty of room in this. Just have plenty of room, but make sure it's small enough that you can get into these events and be able to maneuver easily. I don't like backpacks. My problem with them is, unless you're doing the face forward on your chest, it's very easy to get into them. And we all know there are people with less than honest thoughts at these events. Anywhere there are people with bad intentions, so it's better off that you just play it safe. I like messenger bags. I like them a little, something like this isn't too big. Generally, it's a pretty average size. It's got a decent size, decent length strap. It's pretty tough, holds a lot of stuff. But at this point, it's kind of hard to get into this. It's not like a backpack where there's a zipper and I can't feel you do it. I'm gonna see you reaching at my leg, you know, the front part of my leg, lifting up this flap to get into these pouches. It's going to be a lot harder to do that. The other thing is maybe just keep an eye on the playmat tube. I generally have this end facing forward towards my body, and I basically have this like against my arm the whole time, so that's never a problem. Again, guys, this is just a good summary for you guys, a quick summary at least of just items that are out there for you to help you game and help you go to events. I find that having all this stuff with me makes my gaming a lot easier. I feel prepared. I don't feel like I need anything or I've forgotten anything. Sometimes I'll end up putting, like, I've got another pocket just like this on the other side. Put a bottle of water in there, maybe put like a couple granola bars. Whatever you need to help you get through your gaming event a little more smoothly and a little more hassle-free. That's how I see it. You can always put any kind of, whatever you need should always be on you. And just feel comfortable. Don't go to events unprepared. Don't be unprepared. And these are just some examples of items that you can find. If any of you guys have any questions about this, please comment down below and just let me know what kind of products it is that you're looking for, and I can try to at least give you the names of things and give you some sources. Obviously, in the comments, I can't write hyperlinks to websites to help you, but I can at least forward you in the right direction in terms of being able to get what you need. So as always, like, comment, subscribe, and keep dueling, America.